Rome, a city home to 3 million people, also hosts 900 churches. Here, we see Piazza San Pietro, or St. Peter's Square, where the faithful gather to hear the words of the Pope. Commissioned by Pope Alexander II, designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini and built in the 17th century, the square is one of many throughout Rome. But how did we get to this place of beauty? First, there were months and months of planning followed by prayer and contemplation before boarding a bus to Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. As one can imagine, there were few on board who could contain their excitement at seeing these places we hear so much about. From Roma, Vaticano, Assisi, Firenze and Torino come many hundreds of saints, many of whom we were prepared to see. From popes and priests to rich and poor, these saints came from all walks of life. Saint Francis of Assisi, quite fitting as he loved animals, and Saint Dominic Savio, patron saint of the Savio group. These were two of the many we were to see in places such as St. Peter's Basilica, Santa Maria Maggiore, Torino Cathedral, Colli Don Bosco and many more.
5 hours later.
Welcome to Chicago, the most populous city in the United States Midwest, and to O'Hare International, with over 50 airlines serving 68 million passengers annually to more than 200 destinations worldwide. It is the fourth busiest airport in the world. On this 9-hour flight, we had airline food. That's all there is to say about it. Once touched down, we had set foot outside the United States, some of us for the first time. Switzerland, known for its flag, knives, cheese, and neutrality, is a country that has somehow remained unscathed by war since the Treaty of Paris in 1815. Inhabited by 8.5 million Swiss, Switzerland is on the smaller side of European populations. With only land borders, the country is landlocked and influenced by mainly Germany and France. In order to catch our flight in another terminal, we had to descend into the depths of the airport to the train that would take us to the other terminals. Here, we met Heidi, who showed us the Swiss Alps. After a short train ride, we ascended back above ground and found a travelator. We wandered around the airport for food for about half an hour before our flight left for Roma, Italia. Soon before landing, we flew over Santa Marinella, a seaside town to the north of Roma. Upon landing, we were greeted by the great architecture of the Fiumicino airport. We made our way to baggage claim, and then we boarded a bus to the Catacombs of San Callistus, where early popes and martyrs were buried. On the way there, we saw the centuries-old walls outside of the city of Roma and a city gate as well. Also, we saw the church of Domine Quo Vadis, or Lord, where are you going? The catacombs were constructed in the 3rd century by the future Pope Callistus when he was a deacon. The catacombs occupy 37 acres and 5 levels underground, with 12 miles of passageways. At its peak, the catacombs held the remains of 15 popes and 50 martyrs, including Saint Cecilia and Pope Sixtus II. An inscription on the Pope's tomb reads, "At the time when the sword pierced the bowels of the mother, I, buried here, taught as pastor the word of God." After visiting, we made our way to a chapel next to the catacombs for Mass before heading for dinner in the city. We passed the Castel San Angelo, a fortress used by the popes when Roma came under attack, and got a glimpse of the Dome of St. Peter's. We sat down for a lovely dinner in a beautiful restaurant where we enjoyed pasta pipi, a fish main course, followed by chocolate mousse for dessert. After dinner, we headed over to Piazza San Pietro, or St. Peter's Square. The colossal Doric colonnades, 4 columns deep, frame the trapezoidal entrance to the basilica and the massive elliptical area which precedes it. The colonnades define the piazza. The elliptical center of the piazza, which contrasts with the trapezoidal entrance, encloses the visitor with the maternal arms of Mother Church in Bernini's expression. At the center stands the Vatican obelisk, an uninscribed Egyptian obelisk of red granite, 84 feet tall, supported on bronze lions and surmounted by the Chiga arms in bronze. In all 135 feet to the cross on its top, which is said to hold a relic of the true cross of Christ. The obelisk was originally constructed in Heliopolis, Egypt. From all of us that went on the trip of a lifetime, thank you for taking the time to view this chronicle of our endeavors. May God bless you, and we'll see you in the next video.